A list of the state's lowest performing schools is out, with 12 schools in West Michigan falling in the bottom 5%. 6 are in Grand Rapids, 2 in Kalamazoo. There's 1 school each from the Covert, Godfrey Lee, Grant, and Muskegon Heights districts. But another list with more teeth is set to come out in the fall. 24-Hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia here now to explain. Tony?
Brian, that new list will come with the threat of a state takeover down the road if schools don't perform. But for a hint of what schools will be on that list when it comes out in the fall, the state's top school official says, take a look at the schools on this list.
This is not new. This is not time for hand-wringing. This is not time for poor, pitiful woe is us.
Grand Rapids Public Schools Superintendent Bernard Taylor says existing and newly approved programs like blended classes are helping to address the problems. But showing up on this low-performing list comes with the benefit of as much as $10 million in federal stimulus dollars for GRPS. Can you talk about your vision at this point for how to use those dollars?
Again, we've had experience with this.
And Taylor says the district will follow the model it used to turn around Burton Middle and Sibley Elementary. Programs like coaches for principals and teachers, teacher training, and consultants. A GRPS proposal already sent to the state calls for the possibility of district-run charter schools inside traditional high schools. The head of another Kent County district, Godfrey Lee, says he was a bit more surprised to see one of his schools on the list.
But after the surprise wore off, we started looking at the opportunities.
The district stands to gain up to $2 million because Lee High School landed on the list. Superintendent David Britton says the plan is to buy expensive 3-year-long staff training aimed at struggling schools and a reading program for students.
Once we've purchased the program, we have it in place, which includes a technology component as well. Then we're going to be able to maintain that program ourselves with existing resources.
Some school administrators are pointing out today, as they often do, that when lists like this come out, they can often show an entire school is failing when one subgroup of students, like special education students, is failing and not the general population. But that's the law under No Child Left Behind, Brian.
Tony, let's talk about the federal money. What kind of restrictions would these districts be under in spending this money?
The federal government has the restrictions set up. They set up the 4 reform models that these schools can use, but the state will ultimately determine how they can use the funds. GRPS, for example, wants to spread these dollars across all the schools and not just the ones that are on this list.
When would they get the money?
They should have the money in time to use it this fall, and they would have 3 years to use it, Brian.
All right, Tony, thank you.